Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, we got another video about confidence. Because, we always talk about this in this game. You got some people who think that confidence is nonsense, that it's bullshit. It doesn't matter. It's stupid. Some people think that confidence, you can only have it if you are successful. Like, you got to be successful first, then you'll have confidence. And there's no way to be confident unless you're successful. I always talk about confidence when I say, listen, you just need to be confident. You understand? Like, there's a core of confidence. You should understand what it means to be a confident person, right? So what I want to do in this video, right? I want to break down like what confidence really is to the best of my ability. So some of you guys will really get this, because the reason why most guys in this game have a hard time dealing with women is because truthfully and unfortunately, most guys are not confident. They think they're confident, but they're not, right? And so what happens is sometimes the guys will try to build confidence, and that can work to an extent. But what happens is that if they don't really understand core confidence and they don't understand about being an actual confident person, it's a lot of it is short-lived. It's like, they'll revert back into insecurity and all this other stuff, right? So the reason why I wanted to do this video also is because, I did a video yesterday, or I put up a video yesterday, and I titled it, 3 Things Confident Men Do. And so in one of the 3 things I was saying that, confident men don't look for validation. And I was saying that, like if you are a confident person, you don't need to have done something good before and then, need to live off of that to feel confident. You understand? And I was using the example of the fact that, before I've written books, right? I was confident in the fact that I could write a book, which made me write the book, right? I didn't have to write the book, first. And then now I'm confident now because I wrote a book. And then now I can finally be confident because I wrote a book. You understand? Like, it's ridiculous. So what most people think is that you can't be confident until you've had that success first, right? And so what happens is that a lot of times people confuse confidence with competence, right? People confuse confidence with competence. So what is competence? Competence is the ability to do something successfully. You understand? So that means that if you, let's say, for example, learned how to fix a car engine or some shit or whatever, right? Now that you learned that, you understand, maybe you've done it a few times, that means you're competent in fixing that engine. If you are a person who is, a person that draws well, you're an artist, right? You're competent in drawing those things. You understand? If you are a person who knows how to fix a computer when it crashes or whatever, you are competent in, fixing that computer, right? So what most people think is that because you're competent, meaning you know how to do something successfully, that automatically means that you will end up being confident in doing that thing. Now, you actually can be confident because of your competence, meaning you can be confident in the fact that you know how to fix that computer. You can be confident in the fact that you know how to draw well. You can be confident in the fact that you know how to fix that car engine because you are competent. But just because you are competent doesn't necessarily mean you are confident. And so in the video that I did the other day, where I was titling it 3 things men do, 3 things that confident men do, I had a comment from my dude, Twism5. And he said in his comment, he said, I don't agree with the second point. I feel that confidence comes from action and repetition. Okay, I'm going to read that again. He says, I don't agree with the second point. I feel that confidence comes from action and repetition, right? Now, this is the thing. What he's talking about here is really competence. Right? Now, he's not all the way incorrect because, again, like I said, you can still derive or build a sense of confidence through the action and through the repetition. But my point is that you don't need that to be confident. So what happens is a lot of guys, they'll wait on taking the action or the repetition, and then they'll be like, okay, now I'm confident in this thing because I did it a few times, right? But again, like I said earlier, you can be competent in doing something, meaning you know how to do something, and you still might not be confident, right? Because look at it this way. I'm sure a lot of you who listen to me or any other dating coaches, or, you're a guy out there, let's say you're not a virgin, right? I'm not talking about, let's exclude the virgins for a second, just for, sake of argument. I'm sure you guys out there have approached a number of different women, right? I'm sure you guys, since you're not virgins, the ones that are not virgins, have had sex with women before, right? So if it was all about you knowing how to do something and being successful at doing something, wouldn't you be confident in that already? Meaning, I'm sure a lot of you have approached a woman and successfully gotten a number on more than one occasion. But are you confident though? I'm sure some of you have had sex with more than one woman. You understand? On different occasions. But are you confident though? Because the same guys who have actually, been successful, they took action and there was repetition in what they were doing, meaning they've approached a number of different girls and got numbers. They've been able to, sleep with a few girls, right? But these same guys are still insecure. These same guys are still not confident. So it's not about just being able to successfully do something that's going to make you confident, because you can successfully do something and still not be confident. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, again, you can build confidence through competence, but that's not always the case. So you can build your confidence through that, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be confident just because you're competent. So now let's talk about what confidence is, right? So I went online to look up the definition of confidence, and I want you to notice I took three, definitions of what they said, and I want you to notice what is the common thing that's said in all three of these things. So the first definition, it says the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. That's the first thing. The second definition is the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. Right? That's the second definition. The third definition is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. Now, I want you to think for a second. What's the word that you heard in all three of these? Feeling. The feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. The state of feeling certain about the truth of something. A feeling of self-assurance arises from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. You understand? See, when I talk about being confident, right? I'm talking about the feeling. So what it means is that you don't have to be successful at something to have the feeling that you are able to do something. So just like when I wasn't successful at writing a book because I've never written a book, but guess what? I had the feeling that I could write a book. That's confidence. You see what I'm saying? See, when you understand what it means to be confident, it's almost like being woke. And I'm not talking about fake woke. I'm talking about, really seeing things for what it is and understanding shit, being really woke, right? Meaning, for example, you know how people say, once I get a car or once I get this girl, I'll be happy, right? That means you're asleep. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when a person says, wait a second, why not just be happy right now, no matter what the fuck is happening? That's more on a woke type of situation. It's the feeling. You just have the feeling. You just have it. You believe it. So when we talk about confidence, it's just you having the feeling and believing in yourself, believing that you are able to do the thing you need to do. So you don't have to actually know how to do the thing you're trying to do. You just have to have the feeling that you can. So just like I was saying before, where someone may be competent, meaning knowing how to fix computers, a confident person may not know how to fix a computer, but what they do is they say, you know what? I think I can fix a computer. And then they'll actually try to fix a computer, right? Will they fix the computer? Maybe, maybe not. But the confidence comes from the belief that they can do it, which is what, propels them to take the action to do it. You see what I'm saying? It's just you having that mindset that, I can make this happen. It's just you switching to understand that you can just be it. Dudes think they need to make something happen. I gotta be successful here, all this other shit. No, you just gotta fucking believe it. But see, the hard part is, guys, they can't believe it because they think that they need something like outside for confirmation. They need the validation before they can believe in themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And which is why, you understand, that it's hard for dudes to understand confidence. So the thing is this, is that when we talk about this whole confidence thing and you really actually being confident, right? You have to understand that it's about you being a confident person overall, right? Because again, you doing that action or you doing that repetition or you knowing how to do something, that's competence, and you can actually build your confidence through the competence. So it's not saying that, you knowing how to do something can't build your confidence. But see, this is the thing. The only part about that is that you end up not really being a confident person. You just end up being confident in that particular situation. You understand? And so what I mean is this. Let's say you are approaching a bunch of girls, right? And then you start getting some numbers. And then let's say you even start going on dates with some of these girls and smashing, right? So what happens is, because you are doing that a lot, you are competent in doing this, meaning you have the ability to do that successfully, right? Then what happens is you start to feel confident. Remember, you start to feel confident that you can approach women, exchange numbers, and hook up with them. You start to feel confident about that thing, right? So you're building your confidence, but you're building your confidence in that thing. But what happens is you're not really a confident person, because you're looking at confidence just through building it through your competence, through that specific thing. So when it comes to something else, like if I say, hey, let's go over here and play basketball and try to beat this other team over here, right? Since you're not really a confident person overall, you're probably not going to feel like you can do it, right? Because you're competent in approaching women, which made you build your confidence in approaching women. But when it comes to other things, you are not that confident person. This is why I talk about core confidence. This is why I'm talking about that belief. It's the belief inside you that brings out that confidence, to where no matter what situation you're in, you're able to thrive because you are a confident person. See, there's a difference between building your confidence in a certain area and actually being a confident person. See, I like to teach about being a confident person, to have that core confidence. Like, for example, shout out to my dude Tariq Nasheed. Perfect example. Tariq Nasheed is a confident person. You understand? To the point where Tariq Nasheed used to rap back in the day. Then he went to writing books and about relationships and dating. Then he went on to doing documentaries about Black history, right? And now he's currently, he has an R&B group called Mink Slide, right? This is what a confident person can do. You understand? Because he has that core confidence, he's able to do many different things. He's able to succeed at many different things. Because in his mind, he's like, oh, you know what? I can do things. I can make things happen. That's coming from his mind. That's coming from him believing he can make it happen. And the funny thing is, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, and he could correct me if I'm wrong, I remember when he first came out with the first Hidden Colors, he was like, you know, he wasn't sure how people were going to take it, but he felt, look, I can do this. I can make this happen. Because he has that confidence within him. You see what I'm saying? So again, there's nothing wrong. And don't get me wrong, guys. Listen, I don't want you to think that I'm saying like, you know, like you can't be confident if you're building it through repetition and all this other stuff. Again, you can build your confidence through doing things, being successful at those things. And then you have that feeling like, hey, I can do this. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to you being a confident person overall, when it comes to that core confidence, it's about you having that confidence regardless if you've done anything or not. You understand? It's the feeling that you look at yourself and you believe you can, even if you have not yet. So a lot of people, when they're thinking, oh, well, I only can be confident if I did something successful already. Bullshit. That's all I'm saying. It's bullshit. Again, you can build your confidence through that competence that you have. You know, you knowing how to do something successfully. You can build your confidence through that. And usually you're going to be confident at that thing, that one thing you've built your confidence with. But what I'm talking about is when you have that feeling, you have that knowing, you have that understanding of who you are, what you're about, right? What happens is that you just go and make it happen. Because you believe that you can make it happen. You have that feeling that you can do it. Again, like I said, before I've written a book, I didn't have any idea of how to write books. And in fact, till this day, I'm not even that great of a writer. You understand? I'm not that great of a writer because even my dude Twism5, the one who wrote the comment, you know, I replied to him and I said, bro, you know, how did I write books before I was able to write books? And he was like, well, aren't you more confident that you can write books now because you wrote a book before? Right? And I'm like, yeah, if you want to be honest, I'm like, yeah. And so I'm more confident in that situation. Right? So my competence, and like I was saying, can build that confidence in that area. But even though I'm still not that great of a writer, still. You understand? But see, me not being that great of a writer doesn't stop me from writing. Or even before I wrote stuff, I knew I wasn't that great of a writer. So imagine if I wasn't confident, I would have been like, damn, well, I'm not that great of a writer, so I shouldn't write any books. Right? I would have never written anything. But because I had that confidence within me, because I believed I can do it, I did it. Remember, your thoughts become your actions. You see what I'm saying? So it's the thing was already in me. It was like, yo, I felt that I could do it. And see, that's the thing. No one can tell you to feel it. Like, I can't really necessarily, this is why it's so hard to talk about confidence and explain confidence, is that no one can really tell you how to be it. You feel what I'm saying? You have to recognize it and you have to be it. That's a choice you have to make. You feel what I'm saying? And so, what I want you guys to understand is this, man. Understand the difference between competence and confidence. When you're competent, that means you have the ability to do something successfully. When you're confident, when you're a truly confident person, you feel that you can do whatever you want to do, even if you may not be successful at it or not. You see what I'm saying? It's already the feeling. It's the feeling before you actually even do anything. And yes, it definitely will help if you've done something successfully. You'll be like, okay, cool, I've done something successfully. Let me feed off of that, and that will make me feel confident. Remember, it's still the feeling. It's still coming back to you having the feeling. So you can have the feeling at any time. You can feel it right now. You don't have to wait to be successful at something. You can feel it right now. But, unfortunately, some guys, they're not going to get it now. But hopefully they will get it later. I know some of you got it now. And, congratulations. You feel what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, click the link below. And I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you'll learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.